Hi everybody, TheHande here, and let's hit start. This is Shining Forth, a Legacy of Great Intention. Wow, not the greatest subtitle in the world, huh? Alright, so this is a game that I've talked about in a few prior Let's Plays. Actually, so this year, in 2020, I actually got really into this. And let's start a new game. And so, oops, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, so slot 2 and time to name our character. So it's funny, like in the challenge mode. So the way I first played this game was in the challenge mode, because I'm obviously playing this on the Sega Mega Drive Classics collection. And I think this character is called Delphi or something. But actually his name is supposed to be Max, so it's something even more boring. So I've been calling him Dulio, or I think I called him Dickard once in one of us, and so those are funny names. So I'm gonna call him Dickard again, because because that's a funny name. So anyway, so I'm doing a whole bunch of these little short LP videos, with the intention of, some of these are going to be one-offs, others are, maybe I'll turn into a full series. So, and because this is an RPG, I'm going to, so this little girl is called Simone. No, I didn't realize she had a name. So, I'm not going to show you or bore you with this entire story of this game, but I will, my intention is to show mostly the combat from this game. So we're just gonna go running around. This is Luke, I think, which is apparently a mistranslation. It's not really his name. It's supposed to be like a lug or something. Yes. So this is a kind of a tactical combat RPG kind of game. So what my intention is to just kind of skip over the story parts and just jump into the battles once we get there. So. We're gonna get out running around here, so let's save the game for the first time. So the priests in this game are the ones who save the game, and I thought this was a really fun game. Like this ever so slightly reminds me of Heroes of Might and Magic, which is also like a turn-based strategy game, which is the reason I liked it. There's the king. He's gonna die. He's gonna fight in a minute. So there's going to be a lot of story parts here. So actually, we'll cut it off right here, and then we'll come back when it's the first battle. All right, here we go. You missed the introduction of the other party members. And sorry, now that guy's name wasn't Luke. It was actually Lo. I got it confused. Luke is another character we'll meet. So here are the party members. So this guy's called Lo. Then there's Ken, who's the centaur, and but yeah, I think Luke is that guy with the axe, and Tao is our spellcaster, and Hans, who's an elf. And he's an archer, obviously. So the first fight, and I was trying to I was running around the town for a while, trying to find a weapons shop. But apparently, I guess there just wasn't one. So, oops. Okay. Sorry, it's gonna take me a second to just remember what the buttons do again. Okay, so let's see. Though, are these guys equipped? Oh yeah, these guys are equipped. Okay. So these the rune knights are really the thing. So Lo is our healer also. So he's not going to be very useful in the actual fight, but yeah. The king gave us some money to buy supplies, but there wasn't anything. Okay, good. I do have a sword. I was worried because I didn't get a. Because there was no weapon shop, so I was a little worried initially. So yeah, this first fight's not probably going to be very interesting. It's actually the good thing about the centaurs is that they can attack from a decent distance away. Although my experience is that Ken later in the game, at some point he just starts missing all of his turns, so he's not particularly useful. But the centaurs are generally, yeah, this guy is Luke. Yeah, I got them confused. Yeah. Which is apparently wrong. Luke is supposed to be a dwarf, and his name is supposed to be Lug, and so his name is actually a translation error. So, which, you know, is neither here nor there. Luke is actually a name, so, you know, who gives a shit? So, I'm putting these guys out here a little bit. The thing about that I think is maybe the shitty thing about the NPCs in this, or the computer-controlled enemies, is the fact that they always want to go for my main character, who is, you know, Dicker. Yeah, you see, Low doesn't do a whole lot of damage. He can get, like, a better staff that does more damage. And you can see those flashing circles, I mean squares, sorry. Those indicate, like, how far a character can attack. And most characters can only attack in 4 directions. The knights can attack also diagonally. Oh, Dark Dwarf, so this guy's pretty tough. I mean, for a level 1 enemy, though, so you gotta remember. There will be... I think there is at least 1 more level of this guy. Oh, shit, Ken got killed. Okay. But there's a monk guy that we can get, so... Even though he's dead now, I think we can resurrect him later. Let's see. Yes, we have a blaze magic. And yeah, the spellcasters are... Well, this game, they are pretty good, but in the second game, in Shining Force 2, they were actually even more critical and vital, because... actually, something that they did for, in Shining Force 2 that I was not a big fan of is that they basically made your, the knights completely useless for some reason. Like they just have way less attack power in that, and in this game, like, the knights were like your best unit, so that really, like, pisses me off. Okay, somebody got hurt. Who was it? Oh yeah, Ken got killed. I guess I'll finish off this goblin then with Low. Yeah, it's good. It's good experience. It's so rare in these early levels to you don't really usually need to heal anybody, mostly because a lot of the enemies are just so goddamn strong that they'll get, you know, killed anyway. If you get hit, yeah, especially early on, like it's there. Later on, there are those those endurance fights, you know, of a battle of attrition sort of situations. But especially in these early parts, like it's really all about who gets to draw first blood usually, and that guy usually wins because. And yeah, your archers are really good in these early parts mostly because you really need guys who can attack from some distance. But then later on, Hans and most of the projectile fighters just aren't very useful, and I don't like that. That is a part of this game that really fucking annoys me. So by the way, I'm doing a whole bunch of these little short one-off episodes. That looks pretty tough. He took 2 hits like it was nothing. Oh yeah, and I should probably use my blaze now that I still have some Matt MP left. Yeah, I don't have any left now, and your spellcasters are completely useless after they've expended all their magic. So, anyway, I think this Room Knight is basically like the boss. If he dies first, then the fight is basically over, which is both good and bad because you might miss out on getting some XP. But I also feel this game, Shining Force 1, the challenge is it's a lot fairer in my opinion than it was in. Okay, Lo gets to use his healing spells. Like, this is also... it's so rare that you actually get to heal anybody, so that's why it takes the healers so long to level up, especially in Shining Force 2. In Shining Force 2, I feel like your healers just took way longer to... Oh yeah, now they're attacking Tao, which is... I don't want her to die, though. I wonder... I really hope... What's-his-face gets resurrected. Ken, sorry. I forgot his name already. Sorry, there are so many centaurs in these games, especially this first one. But that's actually that's the another thing I like about this game versus Shining Force 2. Like, you really got attached to the characters way more in this than you did in Shining Force 2, because in Shining Force 2 it's actually kind of felt like... Well, okay, in Shining Force 2, you have fewer party members. You have fewer characters that join your party as the game goes on. In this, like, you get almost a little too many. Lord Kane, yeah, that's the villain. I mean, sort of. We later turns out. Oh, and this but mustachioed guy, he's He's the head honcho of the Shining Force. He's like a general or something. Wait, I can't... What? Why is it in the battle menu still? Are we supposed to leave? Yes, earthquake blocked the road. Yep. Alright, so here comes the second battle. This one, honestly, kind of sucks. Because it takes forever for you to reach that other guy. So I think we're break it off here, and once the battle has progressed a little bit further, we'll come back. All right, we're back. You missed it, but Hans gained a level, and also we did manage to. Here's our new party member. This is Gong. He's a monk, and he doesn't use weapons. And luckily, in that little town next to the other place, there was a ex-pastor or something who could save your game. And honestly, it took me several minutes to get the fight up to this point, just because getting the guys out of that little alcove, like getting the characters through this little gap is what takes the most amount of time. I'm not even kidding. Like so I didn't really explain it, but the terrain actually affects like how far your characters or your party can move. So. And the problem was that, and also the problem is that they don't move. The characters don't really move in. How do you say? They don't move in the order of, who's the. They're organized in a weird way. So they're basically blocking each other. So one character can move like a couple of steps away, but then the character 2 squares behind them is up next. And they can't move because there's another character in the way, and that's annoying. Like, you can see they can walk, kind of through or top of each other on the map, but they can't stop on the same space as somebody else, so that's the problem. And this is still going to take a while because, there's just 3 enemies, like, on the other side. So anyway, yes, I'm doing this little one-off of this first. I was actually going to do Duke Nukem Forever, but it turns out the Xbox One can't record Duke Nukem Forever. So, I'm not gonna do it then. I'm gonna, I guess I'll have to record another game. But yeah, after this, we go back to the castle, and the king's gonna get killed. We're gonna get a new party member, and then it's gonna be the fight that starts off that challenge. Positioning the elves or the archers is a little bit difficult as well, because you can't put them just anywhere. You have to have. They can't attack somebody who is like in the space directly next to them, which I know is kind of stupid, but yeah, that's just the way it is. Yeah, and this guy Gong is not one of my favorites. I took him along just because I thought it would be good to have extra bodies to throw at the guys, but I think eventually I'm gonna stop using Gong because yes, he's an unarmed combatant, and there is one really good unarmed combatant. Later in the game, he's called Xylo. He's a werewolf, or some kind of wolf man. Let's put it that way. He might not. I don't think he actually has like a human form or anything. He's a furry, which is actually probably won't surprise anybody that's part of the reason I like this game, because there are a lot of furries. Although you don't get the first one who you get in your party actually comes in only after you get into the second town. That's Chris the Healer, and also, there is a remake of this game, or some kind of a remaster, I suppose, possibly for the Game Boy Advance, I'm not sure. And that, they redid some of the sprite art, and they made Chris look absolutely terrible in that. I did not like that at all. But I love Xylo. Xylo is fucking awesome. Actually, kind of funny, because on my second playthrough of this game, I guess I did something a little bit differently the first time around. And Xylo wasn't as good in that second time, but I remember on my first playthrough, Xylo was by and away my best character. Like, he could kill off most of the really tough enemies with no sweat. I really don't want to waste MP on these guys. I really want to wait for the to use it on the dark elves. So yeah, that's the thing that I sort of hated about Shining Force 2 is that, I think it's dumb in this game. You keep getting like new party members all the way until like the very end of the game. But the thing is, like, you play with these characters and you kind of get used to them, and also you kind of grow to like some of them, even though most of them do not have, like, you know, especially memorable personalities or anything like that. But it feels really weird that you play with these guys, like, right up to the very end, and then then you just start switching characters. And I think, you know, the idea there is that as you get further into the game, you get characters with different classes that are slightly better equipped against some of the tougher guys. But, you know, a few of these guys are still... most of these guys, I would argue, are still pretty good, even in the later levels. So, you know, it just feels wrong. It just feels wrong to change or just, you know, suddenly swap out characters. One thing I do love about this game is that you don't have to recharge MP between battles. You don't have to do anything fancy with that. It's after every battle, the MP just resets, which is great because a lot of RPGs. I am not the biggest fan of RPGs anyway. So the fact that I like this game is actually a bit of a rarity. But like I said, this definitely reminds me a lot of Heroes of Might and Magic, just because it is a turn-based tactical game, which you know. I will admit part of the reason is probably that this is actually a bit easier than some other games of this sort that I have played in the past, but it doesn't, you know, I just have a good time with it. I will say though, Shining Force 2 did have a few really fun characters. I have mentioned Stabby Wrapped or Slade in the past. Oh man, I really hope Luke doesn't. Okay, that's still okay. So, you know, there were good characters in Shining Force 2, but I think in Shining Force 2 the problem was that you didn't have... I think most of the characters just weren't as interesting as the ones in this. Oh, Hansa got another level up. Okay, I think that's very normal. Like you tend to those characters tend to level up very quickly, but then, oh god, now that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like she can get that far away, but because there's already a character in that spot, so I think we had to move Dicker further and get Low further up as well. So that, yeah, the forest. The forests are the bane of my existence in this fucking game because almost none of the characters have good mobility in the forest. Like, the only persons that do are the flying characters, the birdmen. There's a couple of bird characters. Well, a birdman and a bird woman. And it's kind of funny, those characters, because they did, because in the remake, no, not the remake, but in a sequel, there's a direct sequel to this. Shining Force 2 is not. Shining Force 2 is set like hundreds of years in the future of this series, and those bird characters, the funny thing is that they kind of did something that they did to Delora and Stratos from He-Man. Delora was Stratos' sister from Reign of the Monster, which is my favorite He-Man episode. But actually in the comics, He-Man comics, Delora, there's a character called Delora, but she's Stratos' wife, because and the queen of the bird people, because, you know, Jesus Christ, are we not gonna... Is Town not going to get to do anything? I mean, there's one spot on that side. Okay, I guess Hans is gonna be the one to draw first blood. Yeah, because I can't attack... Ah, god damn it. Yeah. Okay, Luke, I guess you're gonna have to clear the path for us, hopefully. Unless you get killed. Which is very, very much a possibility. Yeah, that's the other thing with spellcasters. They just move really slowly. Okay, let's hope. Come on, Hans, do it. Damn it! Ah! And sometimes the characters do double attacks, but it's kind of rare. Okay, I think we're gonna have to break. All right, so Luke just got murdered. So sorry about that. Okay, and I guess I have to stay because I can't do any. Oh no! Oh god, he's on the wrong side. I just realized. And that's the wrong button. Let's just stay there. Okay, Ken can luckily attack from here, so we can get rid of that one Rune Knight. But Hans is gonna have to move away from the bridge because he won't be able to do anything else. Ugh. Okay, good. Tao's in position, so she can wreck some shit, luckily. Well, that didn't... Well, that sucked. Oh, God. Yeah, Hans can't even attack from that distance. Alright, I guess Gong is going to have the next crack at it. Yeah, this is really annoying. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, this kind of the really sucky part. I'm gonna move Dickard away so Ken can attack the other Rune Knight at least, so we won't waste like too much time on this. But yeah, this is the annoying part. Like the terrain does present its oh no! I'm gonna rewind. Yeah, that's another thing. Like it's very easy to accidentally pick that wrong option if you're not paying attention to the menus. Oh yes, the Dark Dwarf's dead. Okay, we can probably get somebody on the other side to finish off that Rune Knight. And that guy's gonna be fucking low. No. Well, he's gonna be a distraction. Hopefully the Rune Knight won't like move in the way of. Yes, luck. Yes. He took the bait. He took the bait. What an idiot. Oh god. God. Okay, I screwed that up. Okay, but we'll put Gong on the other side so he can finish up. So a lot of this is like a positioning thing. So yeah. All right. So I think we're gonna finish off this fight. We're gonna do the cutscene, and then we're gonna call it for this first episode. So the next time it's going to be the first real legit battle for this game. Alright, well done, Shining Force. Now I do Guardiana. Oh, god, yeah, the names in this, ugh, are so stupid. Alright, so Kane's army wrecked the whole place, yeah. Runefaust is the other kingdom involved in the story, so we go see the king. The king's gonna get murderized. And also that centaur guy, and his daughter is going to join the fight. Yeah, there's Kane. Hi, Skeletor. Yeah. Barrios dies. Oh no, the king didn't die. It was the May. Yeah, May is the daughter of the general, so she's joining the fight now as well. So oh no, the king did die. Okay, I thought so. And May's joined the Shining Force. That's great. That's great for us. I gotta go find that priest, though, to save the game, so... They keep saying headquarters, but I don't think there is a headquarters in this town. The headquarters is where you actually get to change your... Oh, no, it was over here. Oh, God. So when you see that shield, so... This is where you get to talk to this guy, and you get to also change up your lineup of characters. But we're not gonna do that. Well, not that we can change the lineup anyway, because... Oh yeah, and we do have to resurrect one of our guys. And resurrecting people in this game costs money, so that was actually something in Shining Force 2 that, you know, oh yeah, somebody died. Luke died, so we have to raise him. Let's see who's... Yeah, Luke is... And the higher level your guys are, the more money it will cost. But in this game, at least, it wasn't, in my view, a huge hiccup. Oh, and by the way, I love these. I didn't point it out, but those yes and no icons with the fucking pompadour hair. I really like those, and they changed them for the sequel. Will you continue? Yes, I'll continue. No, but we don't need anything else from this. He will actually like chuck you to the. If you say no, he will just chuck you to the title screen, and then the only thing you can do is reset the game. And when we leave, I think starts the battle. Yes, and alright, so if we come back to this, we will continue from this battle then. So, see you next time, bye-bye.